reach. Let me get back to the Lakers, because here's what we're talking about right now. Lakers are in a world of trouble. And I'm going to tell you why. Because before LeBron James goes down against Boston a couple of weeks ago and suffered that groin injury, not only were the Lakers winning basketball games, the Lakers were considered one of the top 2 teams in the Western Conference. It was a foregone conclusion in a lot of our eyes that they would beat Denver, whose depth we've questioned, that they would beat the Houston Rockets, whose youth we questioned, that they would beat a team like the Los Angeles Clippers, who, by the way, is playing good ball, and James Harden is really doing his thing, and Norman Powell has been a stud, and Ty Lue can coach his ass off, and then you got Jeff Van Gundy, who's really upgraded their defense exponentially. But the flip side to it is that Kawhi Leonard has missed 15 of his 19 the Clippers, 15 of the last 19 playoff games for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard has missed. So nobody has faith that he's going to be somebody that you can trust and rely upon for the Los Angeles Clippers, no matter how good he may be looking right now. Nobody's going to trust that, okay? Which brings us back to the Lakers. If you're the Los Angeles Lakers, you were supposed to be looking at it and saying, yo, they're in a good spot. They're in a good spot. But then LeBron goes down. And after he goes down, everything seems to have fallen apart. Yeah, we had Luka doing his thing and being more assertive offensively, but we're looking at the Lakers as a defensive unit, and they've tailed off to some degree, okay? For 8 weeks, they were top-rated defense in the NBA. Now you're looking at them and wondering what the hell is going on. So you got that business. And then on top of it all, you turn around, and not only having that situation, you got to look at it from the standpoint that, you know what? 1 of 9 from three-point range in the fourth quarter. That's what the Lakers shot Thursday night against the Bulls. 1 of 9 from three-point range. 11%. Meanwhile, the Bulls shot 11 of 14, 79%. Where's this defense going? Austin Reeves was balling, made that shot with under 4 seconds left. The brother might be the best third option in the NBA. Had 30 last night, 10 of 17 shooting. All 7 free throws, 3 of 9 for three-point range. The brother can play. Austin Reeves is a special talent. He's really showing out. And props to J.J. Redick and his staff with the Los Angeles Lakers for looking the way that they're looking with them. But right now, we got to ask ourselves that question. When you look at the legitimacy of the Los Angeles Lakers, it is such a huge, huge question mark right now because, as my man Kendrick Perkins said to me, if you look at LeBron James, from what his sources tell him, he's not 100% healthy. He's only at about 75 to 80%. Luka plays no defense. Perk keeps bringing up the statistic. He's absolutely right. Blow-bys, meaning opponents blowing by you. As a defender, nobody gets blown by more in the NBA than Luka Doncic since he's become a Los Angeles Laker. He's leading the league in blow-bys. So that's compromising your defense as well. And as a result, the Los Angeles Lakers don't look like a shell of themselves. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Even though when Luka first arrived, we said the Los Angeles Lakers are going to be severely compromised because of defense, because Anthony Davis is being gone. Over time, we looked at them and said, you know what, there's hope. There's aspirations for this team. They could get to the Western Conference Finals. Now we're looking at them and we're saying, wait a minute. If you finish as a 4th or a 5th seed, being 1-3 since LeBron has returned, if you sit up there and you're going to be in a situation where you end up as a 4th seed or a 5th seed, that means that first round series, you're in jeopardy of not having a home court advantage in it. Number 2, even if you were to face the Memphis Grizzlies and you ended up beating them, you'd get Oklahoma City in the second round, and nobody thinks you're going to beat them. So the Lakers could go home before the conference finals. If they fall to a 6th seed and they were locked in at the number 6 spot and had to go against number 3 Denver, suddenly people look at them and say, wait a minute, Jokic and those brothers would beat them. So you got all of that going on. So the Lakers have gone from looking like a bona fide big-time threat to come out of the West and at the least get in the way and have a face-off against the Oklahoma City Thunder. And in the span of a week and a half to 2 weeks, they've disintegrated from that to you going home in the first or the second round. That's what we're looking at right now. That's what we're looking at right now. And by the way, just a couple of stats. Lakers starting 5 last night, Thursday night, shot a collective 8 for 31 from deep. That's only 26%. In the 4 games since LeBron James has returned, the Lakers are 1-3 and have the 4th worst defensive rating in the league during this stretch, allowing 126.8 points per 100 possessions. They got outscored 44-26 in the fourth quarter. And oh, by the way, in those last 4 games, the Lakers have been a -13, -14, -12, and -9 with Luka and LeBron on the court. And they've been outscored by a total of 48 points with LeBron and Luka on the court together. LeBron might have had a brain fart in Chicago last night, but we know that's not something he will customarily do. It happens. Luka being blown by. Luka not playing defense.
And that's just the month they've had. But to walk you through the end of this game, I'm going to set you up this way because I do think we have to start with the ending of this game. The fourth quarter was phenomenal because the Bulls had no fewer than, 6 shots go in that if they missed those shots, the game was over. Patrick Williams had a couple of them. Kevin Huerter had one of them. Vucevic had one. They had a handful of shots that were like, all right, down 7. You got to hit this just to stay alive. Only a couple minutes. And they kept doing it. So first of all, they had incredible just focus and shot making to close the game, but they're still down 5 points. They get a sideline out of bounds play. Patrick Williams knocks down a 3 in the corner. LeBron turns it over on the inbound play. Quick pass, tight window for Kobe White to get a shot off. He drains the 3. Reeves answers on the other end with a layup, so it feels like it's over. And then Giddey hits a half quarter. That was the sequence of plays that was just insane. From down 5 to up 1 to down 2 to winning the game on a heave. All right, walk me through that ending sequence.
All right, so I want to start with the down 5 side out of bounds. And I don't know the exact amount of time when they were taking the ball out, but it was inside of 15 seconds.
I think it was 12.8.
All right, 12 seconds. Okay, so the Lakers make a massive mistake on the play defensively with their communication. They mess up a switch, which leads to, on the initial screening action, they mess up a switch. 2 guys go with the guard coming off. Nobody's with Vucevic. So now the ball is inbounded by Giddey. It comes all the way to the other side of the court to Vucevic, but there's another mistake made by LeBron James. He's guarding Patrick Williams in the corner, the far side corner. The ball comes in the air to Vucevic, sort of like top of the key, but a little bit more to the left wing area. And Austin Reeves, who was one of the guys involved in the miscommunication on the first screen, he kind of recovered and he's headed right to Vucevic. So by the time Vucevic catches the ball, Austin Reeves has recovered and he's within a couple of feet of him. For some reason, LeBron James sprints off the corner and runs all the way up to Vucevic, who catches the ball. Now he's got Austin Reeves on one side of him, LeBron on the other side, and he just turns and Patrick Williams is naked in the left corner. He makes the pass. Now, LeBron makes a great effort to run back and contest it. But if LeBron James even stunts toward Vucevic and stays at Patrick Williams, Vucevic is going to catch that ball with Austin Reeves in his lap. LeBron home in the corner, guarding Williams, and Vucevic is either going to take a terrible 3 or he's going to drive the ball to the rim and lay it in or something, and they're going to be down 3. Instead, LeBron... And there's no reason whatsoever. I watched it 5 times to try to figure out what in the world he was thinking to leave Patrick Williams to that extent, to run up there to Vucevic, who had a guy in the vicinity defensively. Anyway, easy swing, and it's a big-time shot. Patrick Williams has to make that shot to give him a chance to win the game. He nails it.
Well, real quick, hold up, Blake. Hold up. On that one, you were asking what was LeBron thinking. I think he was thinking for a brief second, I can get the steal. I'm going to shoot the gap. But as soon as he made a move, he sort of realized he's not going to get there in time. And then he was stuck in no man's land. But to your point, the gamble itself was still, why go for the steal there? You're up 5.
There's no reason. And you're right. That's exactly what it was. Because you could tell his eyes lit up at first. That ball was hanging in the air a little bit. He thought he could get there. And then once he decided